Hello, folks. So, what a difference 24 hours makes, right? Moved from I got out of my emotional side because I had literally been watching DDD for Thursday. I'd been watching it for 36 hours. I had to step back, but I want to talk about a lot of stuff that I didn't get to yesterday. So let's get to it. Hello, folks. My name is Potter. Welcome to the Build Show. First and foremost, this is not financial advice, and I don't expect you to take it as such. So, one of the things I wanted to share with you guys is something I talked to Matt about this morning. So, Matt does a lot of data, and so he said, I'm glad that I'm going to keep that going. This is not financial advice across the bottom. December of 2021, he put in like $3,000 at $28. That's before it moved. Now, 20 months later, at a price of 17 cents, the value is $4,200. That's impressive. You can't get that kind of result, even with a bank per se, right? So that shows you the power of drip alone. We're not even bringing in DDD. We're not even bringing in the reservoir, right? So a lot of my alacrity was because we have, oh, by the way, alacrity came from, I was in high school and I got into a rated R movie. It was called DC Cab. And Bill Maher, who was a nobody at the time, had this role. He says, "Your alacrity has served you ill this time, my liveried adversary." And I didn't understand alacrity. I didn't understand what else he said. So I had to turn on closed caption like 20 years later to figure out what they... So that's where I get alacrity from. That's why I know it. I got a message. Comment. West Side? What's up, dude? So let me try to see if I can kind of put together what I was saying yesterday. Hide that. All right, let's see if I can talk to this. So I've got it in OneNote. Oh, wait, I asked ChatGPT to put this in some kind of order for me. I don't know if I pasted it back in. You know what? I'll do that next show. But high level, let's talk about what's going on right now and how people are now, unfortunately, guys, we have been pinned to price for so long. And what I talked about in Driptopians chat, which I'm not going to start a TG group. If you want to find me, I'm going to be in Driptopians chat, dropping the positive alpha of what I know there and being educated by people who are at least as smart as me. Or, I don't say anybody's smarter. Okay, not smarter, but at least as smart. So I can see that we, like the Bitcoin people, used to have to buy Bitcoin from some guy in a lot. I heard one story about that. A guy bought Bitcoin from someone in a lot. Right? Oh, you know what? Am I playing the wrong music? Hold on one sec, guys. I'm playing the ending music. No. Oh, no, I was playing the right music. I'm sorry. I got used to it. And so I'm going somewhere with this. You just got to let me get there. So it was hard to get Bitcoin. And I was one of the offenders. When my friend Scott tried to tell me when Bitcoin was like $1, or maybe not even, he was trying to get me to buy it. I'm like, what do you know? I'm a technologist, I'm a developer, I know, blah, blah, blah. He kept telling me, but I didn't. I was too afraid to even look at it to understand it. But when I left my gig, it was because I did do the research. I did go in hardcore. I did understand that blockchain technology is going to take over and it will replace our current system because it's just so fast when it comes to transactions, right? And so, but what wasn't happening was nobody took it seriously. And I felt the moment that they did, they would retaliate, right? To say, hey, we got to stop that. You can take us over. And that's what's happening now. So imagine a Bitcoin holder all that time, right? They got it from when it was like $3, or they got it when it was 5,000, or maybe they got it, and then boom, it shoots up to 60,000. And they're the wisest people on the planet. They know everything until it starts dropping, and every little hold, they go, oh, it's going to come back. Never did they ever have a DDD, right? Where those Bitcoin, the people who are truly there, like the people who are playing DDD right now, those people who had Bitcoin wished they had a DDD, that they could just say, you know what, let's take this stuff out of circulation. So people are throwing around the word liquidity, like rehypothecation, right? Liquidity is not just simple stuff. It's complex until you get it. And if you try to look at it on paper, it's much harder to understand than if you build a picture of it, right? So a lot of folks, I keep saying a lot of, but a lot of people are going, why didn't we burn it, right? And yeah, burning it does reduce the circulation, but it just introduces a whole nother level of buyer or seller, right? It says, oh, I'm going to get out. So the sell pressure is still there. And so what we had last year was when everybody had the takeoff dApps of drip, we saw that it was the tokenomics, right, of the liquidity providing. So now what we have is DDD. And so I was so happy to hear Forex's show yesterday, because I'm like, okay, that makes sense why he gets it. But he didn't sweat about, the price right now, because you can't. DDD is meant to eat that up. And so people go, well, it was 14,000 a week ago, and now it's like people are winning 3,000 or 2,000 drip. If you remember when you were at 50 drip or 100 drip, if you had the ability to, as opposed to hydrate, claim, and then sacrifice 20 of those drip that the majority would go into your faucet anyway, but you also had the chance to win 3,000 drip, yeah, we would have done that, right? But right now, the UI is kind of complicated, and people are hearing different information from different people, but there are some people who are consistently talking about what it is. And when we take drip out of circulation, which is what DDD is meant to do, like today, within an hour before one of our DDD rounds, somebody or a group of people dumped about 40,000. If there's 40,000 drip added to the pool of non-claim drip, God, the word I'm using the wrong word. We're taking drip out of circulation. It goes back into the vault, and so it's out of circulation, and it happens again. How many drip are being put into the vault? Well, if you look at DDD, it's about 10,000 every 4 hours. So that means if somebody dumps 40,000, DDD is going to eat it in 4 rounds, right? But, oh my God, but more people are selling. Yeah, DDD was more than taking care of that when people were playing more. But like any game, this is now we move from complete financial Bitcoin to a game. It's like, okay. But guys, again, this is why you're so early. I can't make you understand. I cannot say that my idea is the only idea or it's the best idea. I'm just literally going to die on this hill, right? Because I don't bet. I don't take gambles. This is just logical. It's data. That's why I said the sun, if this doesn't work, the sun doesn't work. Because the small amount, the few thousands of people who are trying to build their max wallet and get to that place, they're not going to abandon drip. Now, from being a multimillionaire, more than once, I can tell you that money changes people. Unfortunate. But people that have money and are taking care of their family or, see some kind of gain, they just become different people. When the money's gone, they go back to who they are, but then that's who you were with the money, huh? There is no way that the people who put DDD together are going to let it, just go away. But I can see where Ray is going, okay, how do I get the big bags to participate? We thought that it was going to be participating in drip draw, DDD, with no guardrails, but Forex put on guardrails so that you couldn't win over a wallet. So all of a sudden that kind of removed the ability for the liquidity to dry up like that. But it was the smarter thing to do. And man, I just couldn't trust him anymore. Like, I wanted to, but I'm like, dude, I could be an idiot. I'm already an idiot for quitting a very well-paying job to do this stuff. Like, I can't trust you. Now I can. I really trust him. That's why I said I'm off the fence. I'm not going to try to get anybody else to do it. I don't want anybody else to invest in drip. I'm glad the referral system is not something that's super important for DDD, because that's the only reason you're not seeing the fake, oh, people are interested in this project, because the reward stuff isn't there. We're telling people, hey, you have to invest to be in the rewards. And guess what? That has to start from ground zero with the influencers who are doing it for drip now. And we're going to figure out ways to do it. But while we're not doing it, a lot of people are going to say, hey, I know such and such, and they just won, 3,000 drip from claiming and then sacrificing. And so you can still build your wallet, but you're taking X amount out and putting it into the sacrifice. And at the same time, you're helping your bag, because you're removing that from circulation as well, no matter how small it is. And it's removed from circulation until somebody uses it. Somebody uses it, like let's say uses sell. So let's say the tax vault pays out 1,000. Okay, now 1,000's back in circulation. Okay, sell it. Now, if DDD wasn't there, you'd be like, well, that sucks. Tax vault sucks, right? But the tax vault doesn't suck, because DDD will now say, you could have just left it in there, but okay, in my next round, I'm going to eat that 1,000. A bunch of other people have sold too, so I'm going to eat that too, right? People would have to literally stop playing DDD, and it's just too much fun to imagine that's going to happen. I do believe we're starting to see at this level where the mini wallets and the, some max wallets are playing, but when the mini wallets become max wallets and the max wallets become multiple max wallets, we're going to be paying attention to DDD. And you also have reservoir, right? And that's a whole different level of complication. We have Easy Step from one of our first interviews. He talks about reservoir so well, and we could see how it was going to work, but we just weren't getting enough people to buy into it because it's overcomplicated. That's where Forex's next step comes in. How can I get rid of this whole staking thing and make it like a game? Well, I didn't have the patience before, because I'm like, dude, if you don't stop the liquidity problem with drip, we're screwed. But DDD is stopping that liquidity problem. So, okay, we've got that plugged for a little bit. We can't live on that forever. But I don't care how many games you hear about. When you hear about a game, you got to give it at least 6 months and not parallel, right? So if there's a game announced for Animal Farm or drip or a new utility, 6 months. I think DDD, I believe, don't know, that DDD will last much longer than 6 months. I mean, my God, Avarice is still around. It will last more than 6 months, and a gaming mechanism will be developed by the people who are playing it, who are the drippers. So, how can I see this? I'm not a fanboy, you know? I've been pissed at Forex, I've been pissed at Ray, right? But not enough not to, go, good job. This is exactly what we needed. The expectation, were the expectations out of line? Not for me, because I kind of saw what it was going to do. And you can go back to the shows. I said that as a developer, I couldn't start developing games for Drip until I knew the liquidity problem was dealt with. So now we've got DDD, and now you've got Foodtopian, BBB, right? Even Droplet. The difference between Foodtopia and BBB is that they're dealing with stuff in fiat and bringing it back. But Foodtopian lead came up with a great idea about getting people involved, while we're not into crypto, and bringing them in through DDD. Because there's a wizard, if you guys didn't know, that if you just want to set up a new wallet you can use. Maybe I'll walk you through it. No, I don't walk through. I talk to you guys. The guys with the thousands of views, they're the ones who will show you their screen. I tried that yesterday. It's hectic. So, that's really what I have to say there. I hope this makes sense. Buying some now. Hey, you know what? Hey, morning, Moses. Westside, I don't know if I would buy or if I would sacrifice, I just think, I don't know. Because I'm going in now. I'm playing Drip, Drop, Draw all the time. And I swore I would never play it. So how much time did I get? Okay, 17 minutes. All right. So, guys, I don't know if I talked a lot, and I don't know if people are going to warm up to this because this was complicated, right? But let's go. Let's see. Whoops. So if we go back to DDD, let me go here. Did it put me down? I want to go down here. I like that. All right. So 6,000 drip again, So here we go. See how we're starting it? We hit 1 million, right? That's a peak. And a lot of people, this is just sentiment, right? A lot of people saying, screw that, man, I'm out. Okay. Totally cool with that, right? There's going to be a peak in that too, right? There's a bell curve. There's, you have people who are like, somebody sold 27,000 drip today. I don't think that is an attack. I think that's somebody going, you know what, I'm done with this, right? Even if you get it, I got to take that money off the table, right? So they took that money off the table. It's up to us as the community to build it back, right? And there's not enough of an informed community yet, in my opinion, to do that. So where is that number? Guys, this is still the most important thing. I know you can't believe it right now because we're doing this part. And I kind of feel like bank teller in a way. When you're doing this part, it's just hard to believe that we're going to get over it, right? But the takeoff that we did was crazy. But at any point in time, Ray, Stunna, Foodtopian can say, hey guys, let's play a game. We're going to try to see if we can get the biggest prize. And the liquidity comes back quick, as we saw over just several days. So we had a release. This is my opinion. We had a release, a bunch of hype, a bunch of people thought, I'm going to be rich overnight. And, the hopium for me was there, but, I had to wait to see this thing launch. And we had almost 1 million drips locked up in the vault. It's crazy town, right? So after that drip is taken out again from the vault, it's added back into the circulation. We'll buy it back with DDD by removing it from circulation, and the price will do what it is. But as Forex clearly said and patiently said yesterday, this is expected, right? And so, yeah, we'll watch for warning signs. Did somehow we allow people to do 1 million drip again? Did we stop? Did everybody just say, I'm not playing DDD ever again? No, because even if DDD gives away 50 drip, it won't help our liquidity problem, but it will be something that somebody's going to play. And I just think that that's just not a reality, because the people who invested in this and put their time into it and their money into it and now have a marketing budget, in my opinion, aren't going to let that happen. Just sacrifice a little bit, trying to spread my DDD is great for drip. I wish more folks would see that. If it's something good, like, I don't know if you're old enough to remember the show Married with Children, but when Married with Children came out, nobody liked it. Everybody's like, oh, whatever, but nobody could force it down people's throats. And I'm noticing a lot in the crypto communities that people are like, you have to do it this way. You must do it this way. No, I want it to happen naturally, or it won't happen. And you'll see indicators, which I have not seen, that things are going to fail. West Side gives you the dap. I hope that more people see it. I didn't even get into my general observations. Oh, God. I promise I'm going to get to the show one day. I will really do it. But next week on Thursday's show, I want to talk about Driptopia and Foodtopia, because that's a new angle. Let's see, hold on one second. Matt is messaging me. Greg Younts, this is the same price drop at the same level as when 200K drip was sold. Seems as if DD is designed like a parachute for a soft. Yes! You get it, right? And it allows us, because remember, Forex keeps saying, hey guys, it's up to you. If we let this fall, and I'm not talking to the maxis, I'm not talking to the drip millionaires, I'm talking about anybody who has a volition to still hydrate. I'm not telling you what to do. I don't care what you do. But I'm just saying, if you're really doing that, study more about DDD so you can understand what you're doing and become a knowledgeable, like Greg was, and everybody in here, about what is actually happening. Because if you look at the price only and don't study liquidity, you got circulating supply, versus out of circulation, understanding burns. Burn would be cool, but it's only temporary. People are still going to sell. So that's what people found out. Okay, we're going to burn. Hey, they're selling more. Right? Burning doesn't fix anything. It just makes people feel temporarily better. DDD resolves a long-term problem for a community that is an active community, right? And what happened before was they were like, oh, just buy 1 drip a day. For what? Why am I going to buy 1 drip a day? I'm not buying 1 drip a day. Well, it's the community. You got, no. Burn. No, I'm not going to burn. By the way, now we know that the burning was just putting in the tax vault, right? It wasn't true burning. So that was a misnomer. But it doesn't matter because it was taking out of circulation. It was the same, kind of saying it the same way. But at the same time, we were like going, okay, I'm going to put the money in here. Whoop. Okay, I guess I just paid for somebody to just do that. But I forgot where I was going. Let's see. Moses says, this crypto stuff takes about 6 months to learn. If if you're doing your homework. 6 more months if they're trying. Yep, that's true. And going back to some of my early shows last year, like I was motivated a lot by, the Bucks. We got Tom Brady. We were playing at championship level. All the players understood you can't just be average. You got to be great, right? And so that stuck with me. And so that's what I did. I studied, like he's talking about, 6 months doing homework. Didn't sleep much. I was doing work, study. And I was like, okay, I was messing up all over the place. And then drip, was in there already. But I was like, the more I understand this drip thing, the compounding, like we're not even talking about drip. Like at the beginning of the show, like I said, Matt put, what is it? Where is this deck? Oh, here it is. Matt said December 6th. Well, not December 6th. December 2021, he put in 3,000, and now 20 months later, it's 4,200. Right? We're not even talking about DDD. We thought that people were going to say, "Hey, man, isn't this cool? You can't do this with Bitcoin." And at the time, there was only 1 million. And now I see people developing Pulse Strip. I'm not going to go for it. Did Forex say he developed a Pulse Strip? No. Do I think that, let me go into overtime. Do I think that there needs to be another drip on another blockchain? Absolutely. I think that there should be drips on every blockchain that are centered back to the Binance one so that we can be decentralized and they should all talk, right? But as Forex said, he's put like 6 figures into this thing now. And, so we realize it takes money. We would have funded it if drip had behaved as we'd hoped, or if people had been informed. But what it kind of shows you is a lot of the drip community is just not there with us yet. They believe when you hear, don't look at the price, it's like, oh, because you're going to see the price going down. It's like, no, because it's a false positive. It's not truly telling you what's happening. And they go, yeah, whatever. I know I put money in it, I'm not getting it out, but they don't understand DDD. They don't understand drip. They don't understand the reservoir. They understand money go up, money go down. That's pretty much what they understand. And that doesn't mean because they're stupid. Anybody who's in crypto is not dumb, right? It takes some level of intelligence to how to do a seed phrase, do a wallet, transfer cash from fiat. So they're not stupid. That's why they're not going to let you call them stupid. But this stuff is complex and there's all kinds of different ways to think. And unfortunately, if you're here, especially in this small ass channel, I know you're plugged in, because I'm not selling anything that's going to be anything other than what I think is logical, and I'm just, like I said, I think DDD is like the most logical thing I've ever seen in DeFi. It's crazy and nobody gets it, but nobody got Bitcoin either. That brings me full circle. Thanks for watching, guys. I got one more comment. Oh, more. You guys are talking to each other. Van made it. What did I miss? I pretty much gave away the secret to how to, do everything perfectly in drip. But, I can't repeat that because, I'm only here for the people who get here early, man. So, guys, that's it. We're going to keep that 40,000 that got dropped today. We've had 2, I'm going to call them epochs, and we bought, by us, meaning us, we bought, back into it. And I can say I was a participant. A lot of people who have drip too don't understand how easy it is to play. They think it's more like the reservoir. I need to go back to here. Give me a second. Look at that. 150 new players, right? Now this could be obfuscated by people just starting new wallets, right? But a week ago, how many new people were coming into Drip at all? Maybe a couple, because there was nothing to do. There was no DDD, right? Oh wow, this is showing me if I won. I didn't realize that. So now we have a mechanism that's going to chomp up the circulating supply, put it away, and take it off. Take it out of the circulating supply, and we will see price action. As passive income goes, you want the passive income. And I think that DDD has officially made it a thing that max wallet life is almost compulsory. Boy, I said a whole bunch of nothing there. Almost compulsory. Compulsory means you can't get around it. So it's compulsory. I think that this is the quickest way to build wallets while still adding to the faucet, my opinion, right? Not financial advice. And when people, the smart people who got into Drip realize, so I'm giving away 75%, 25%, but it's still going in and I might win 1 or 2,000, which is how many days if I had to hydrate with this rate, I'm going to go in because it's truly random. It's chain link, right? You can't figure it out, but I got news for you. I got news for you. When people start looking at those winners and start seeing it's the same people, that's going to be because there's more people, in my opinion, are going to come in because nobody wants to see you get money, right? The Snipe part is so much fun. If you haven't come to watch a Snipe, I wish the show was ending during a Snipe. The Snipe is so much fun to watch. It's addictive. So, if you get a chance to watch one of those, do that. Oh, good. Angie says, thanks for the info. No problem. I don't know why people are calling me during the show today. And Classic Dell says, Drip is amazing. We need to get all of that loose drip back into circulation. No. We need to get it out of circulation, right? We need to pull it back from circulation so that it's not out there. It's okay if it circulates, but we don't want it in circulation. Hold up, you like the box? Did you see that over there? You haven't been around long enough, but as you guys can see, I'm in. And you guys, why don't you just stay out of this round? You don't need to come in this round. Wait for the next one. Because I hear it's what Forex would want you to do is to not get in this round. So anyway, no worries, Classic. Dude, the amount of times I got liquidity wrong and impermanent loss, it was ridiculous. I'd say it back and I'm like, so this is this, and the person would be like, no. So it takes a little bit even after you get it. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I think you're amazing. Congratulations. I'm sorry it's not as sexy. I'm sorry that we think in our head, not in the now, that people are going, I knew it, right? But you're doing the right thing. You're in the right place. There's high pressure to keep people out of crypto, and it's working. I couldn't even off ramp. Like, people don't think about that. Right now, the crypto exchanges are not letting you convert to USD to put in your banks anymore. You have to go to a bank that'll allow you to convert it in the US. I found that out, but I'm okay with that from a country perspective. As a small investor, though, well, that sucks. But thank God things were going well. I set up something that I was able to hook to a bank account and get offline. Let me know in comments if you want me to talk about that on another show. Yeah. That's not me. Go Bucks. I hope you guys have a great weekend. It was so hard for me not to come back on, but on, after launch to say, oh, I see this and I see that, but I've got to regulate myself, and I can't get too excited about this, because just like the Telegram groups I've left, if I get too excited or get too emotional, I gotta go, because I'm not gonna make good business decisions when I'm emotional. So Driptopian is where you can find me. It's just Ghost Under Gal or Potter. You'll see the logo there. But you guys have a great weekend. And like I said, you don't need to get into this round. I mean, you got other rounds. There'll be another round. Just let me get this one, and then it'll be cool, right? All right, guys. Have a blessed one, and I can do this. Turn down your volume. 3, 2, 1.